I had a cerebellum stroke in December 2017. Up to that point, I'd always worked full time. I was a mortgage broker and a successful one, so it came as a bit of a shock. The first leg of my journey was obviously recovery, and it was physical. I did lots of things as you would expect, physio. I used the PAR service, they did some balance and strength things. I was confined to a wheelchair and had to learn to walk and talk again, which has been reasonably successful. And then I got to a point where it was like, right, what do I do now? Somebody suggested volunteering, which is what I'm currently doing. As part of that volunteering process, I became aware of the Be Well service. The link worker at our volunteer sector is a fabulous young lady called Kim, and she's lovely. And I think that opened the door for me. The fact that just she was a nice girl, that was a good place to start, I think. And I went to her and said, what do I do? Nothing seemed to be off limits. It was kind of, what do you need from us? It was kind of like, let's get together, let's talk it through, and let's just decide what are the sorts of things that might add value to you. So I felt like I was on the road to my physical, and I put this in my mental, really, my mental recovery block of I wanted to get my life back, and this was the way I was going to do it, and I just didn't know where to start. Obviously I had certain capabilities myself, but I think I had a lack of motivation. I think I needed just to feel as if I'd always worked in a very busy environment. I'd always had lots of people around me that I could speak to, talk to, ask advice of, and I felt a bit alone. And I think what Kim did was make me feel like I had a team again. She introduced me to one of her other colleagues, absolutely fabulous guy called Dalu. Fabulous. He helped me with my CV. So I got an interview fairly quickly, and I got some excellent feedback from that interview, which was great. It's improved my confidence. It's a great big list in there that's just fabulous, and sometimes that's what you just need. You just need someone to listen, and it's left me with a clear path forward, really, for the future.
I was invited for a 50 plus health check at the doctor's. Whilst with my nurse, she asked me, was there any other problems I had? And I asked her, did she have a couple of days to go through the problems? And discussed in detail how the last 12 months of my life had unfolded. I explained that I'd lost my husband, that I had an issue with my mortgage and finances, and that my career was taking a nosedive. So after seeing the specialist nurse, she referred me to Be Well. Contact was made over the telephone, and I was invited along to meet an advisor. The advisor was Sophie. When I went to the appointment with Sophie, what she did for me was she broke down all the issues, my finance problems, where the finance problems stem from, how we could resolve it. She put in place a plan. One of those was to secure permanent employment, which would enable me to secure a new mortgage deal on my property. So we started to look at employment options. I had a CV, I knew my CV, I'd applied for the last 12 months to various positions, got nowhere, so I didn't hold out much hope. Sophie, through discussion, she broke down all the skills I had on my CV. She introduced me to LinkedIn, which is, I'd never even bothered to sign up for. She introduced me to various sites that I could look for work. She talked about the skills that I'd used in the workplace and that I could transfer into new jobs. And from those discussions and appointment, we ended up building a new CV. I was referred through Sophie to 4 jobs that she'd found and sourced. Within 2 or 3 weeks, I had 4 interviews, which totally shocked me because prior to that, I hadn't even been getting my foot through the door. And so I started to find my confidence again. And within a month, maybe 6 weeks of seeing Sophie, I had 4 permanent job offers on the table. So consequently, I'm in a full-time permanent position, which I will stay there now until I retire. That has had a knock-on effect in that my finances are more secure, I can sort my mortgage issue out, and I feel like the old self, even though I've been through a lot, things are different now, but they're good different. It doesn't have to be bad different. I don't have to give up at 57. I'm still sad. I still have a mortgage that I've got to pay, but I can still survive on a daily basis and contribute quite effectively to my children's lives, and that's important to me.